Does everybody remember where we were last session? At the end of last session.
Yeah, we became the Fellowship of Billowing.
I loved that as the title for the last
Yeah, it
video.
was
By the way.
perfect.
That's what I said to him. I said, "How did you come up with that so quickly? We just stopped."
I
You
thought
might
about
not
it
say yet.
during the session.
Yeah, I would say, didn't we make that joke during the
I
session?
think so.
Yeah, I think we made it during the session. I think somebody, I don't remember who it was, but somebody threw that out there in the middle of the session. We'll have to watch the replay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you guys had just made your way into the city of Kathir, met with some young kid, and found your way to a basically sewer grate entrance into the city, or into the tunnel network underneath the city, the sewer system underneath the city. After fighting to remove the grate, you guys have entered now into the sewer system. There is in either direction a long stretch of basically like 8-foot diameter tunneling that has like almost like a trough running through the center of it with like sewage and water and waste running through it, and then there are stone walking paths on either side. So the as of currently, it is the four of you, as well as Calico Jack and Molly are also at the party, as well as Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is also currently with the party. And so that makes for the 7 of you all down in these sewer systems. So you know that from entering in and based on the location of where you guys were in the city and where you can see the spire, you know that you need to head right. But beyond that, it is following sewer systems. So, yeah. I'll say that. Is there anything anybody would like to do upon immediately entering the sewer?
I want to roll perception. Let's see. That is a 14.
Okay, is there anything specifically that you're looking for with that perception roll?
Not particularly. I want to kind of get an idea of just kind of a better look at what we could potentially be running into, or
Okay. So I will say that the only thing that there's a couple of things that stand out. With a 14, it does seem like that this you're not certain about this drainage system exactly how it works, but there doesn't seem to be so the floor is wet. The floor on either sides of your feet is wet. However, the water is not risen out of that channel up over to where your feet are standing.
Okay.
So you may suspect that at some times the water level is maybe higher than others.
Okay.
There are various like different things floating in the water. You know, sometimes it's leaves, twigs, branches, that kind of shit. Sometimes it's literal shit. You know, that kind of shit. So, but other than that, really nothing else too apparent stands out to you.
Is the place illuminated?
No, it is dark. There are, however, punctuated every so often, like maybe a couple 100 feet down the way, you do see some more light coming down from the roof.
Okay.
So you suspect that maybe there are obviously like a series of other grates that lead to other areas.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and take my pendant, my pearl from Calypso, and I'm gonna cast light on it.
Okay.
And kind of Harry Dresden that shit, hold it out, and use it as a
Word.
As a lantern.
Word. For sure, I can respect it. Yeah, I can respect it. So yeah, you illuminate your Pearl of Calypso, and you're holding it out kind of as a lantern in front of you as you guys begin to make your way through the tunnels. Some time passes. As you guys are kind of making your way, you pass a few grates. Some of them look up to the street. Some of them seem to look up into basements and different things of that nature. Some are smaller than others. Some look like they're only meant to accommodate water. Some look like they're meant to as like manholes, essentially. And you guys spend about maybe 30 or 45 minutes trekking through and winding through these tunnels. At this point, as you guys are kind of wandering, you notice that coming up soon, there is a three-way fork where it seems that three different, slightly smaller tunnels feed into this larger tunnel. So these tunnels are just a little bit smaller, maybe like a foot smaller in diameter, that seem to feed from three different directions into this main tunnel.
Okay. So is it like a compass, like it's teed off perfectly, or is it more like a fork?
More like a three-way fork. Think of almost like
I got it.
like yeah.
Yeah.
So but anyway, so yeah, it's like a three-way fork that are all three coming down almost in like a Y shape with an central axis coming extending all the way forward. So basically essentially you can continue straight or you can veer to the right or to the left.
What does our
I want to peer down the left one as far as I can, see if I can see anything of note.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception. If somebody would like to do down the right side, you can roll perception for that as well.
That's a 25.
Bet.
Okay.
That's an 18 plus 7. So
Okay. Yes. So, as you guys begin to peer down the left and right passageways, Perry, quite far down, you can't make out what is being said, but you hear some conversating. It just sounds like the distant muffling of two voices talking. Otherwise, you just hear the occasional drip, drip, drip of water and things of that nature, and natural ambient noises.
Am I able to discern the language, even though I can't hear what they're saying?
No, it's too muffled. All you can really tell is like almost kind of like when you can hear two people talking through a wall. You know what I mean? You could hear voices, but you can't tell really anything.
Okay.
And then down the
What was that?
That was the voices.
That's how my lawnmower came.
So Cole, as you look down the opposite hallway or passageway, you hear some like chittering and scuffling. That sounds like it could potentially maybe be like some rats or something, but otherwise you get nothing coming from that hallway. Matt, I will say with that high of perception, you feel like it's you can guess that the voices are coming from within about 150 feet down this hallway.
Okay, do I see
You
any
kinda
like
get
torchlight or anything like that to indicate? No. Okay. Okay.
What instruction did we have from our guide on this?
He just said he knew that
He
there's
knew
a
how to
way
get
to
there.
get into the tunnels. Yeah, into the tunnels, but once you were in the tunnels, it's kind of like just kind of try to keep heading in the same direction. It's not really, you know what I mean? He didn't have any specific knowledge of the tunnels themselves,
Okay.
but he knew how to get to the tunnels.
And so did we look down the center
No.
tunnel? No. Okay. Well, shit, I'm going to go ahead and peer down the center center one as well. That is a hot ass 9.
Alright.
The center one, yeah, you're just really not hearing anything. You're like, you kind of walk a few feet down there. You're like listening. I'm like, fuck, man, I can't hear anything coming from this one.
Okay, I want to peer
I would
through
like
it.
to.
Go ahead.
I would like to walk up and like kind of put my hand on Perry's shoulder and be like, just like creep up beside him since he obviously probably didn't hear me.
Yeah, no, I'm honed in, like trying to figure out what's going on down there.
22.
For what? Perception or stealth?
Yeah, perception.
Oh, okay. So you
roll
had a
stealth? Fuck it, I'll roll stealth.
oh, fuck!
Yeah.
That scene from The Office where Dwight's standing there and Angela walks up.
Yeah.
Fuck! Yeah. So you walk up next to Perry, and you kind of peer down there, and yeah, you don't hear anything coming from this direction either, besides the occasional drip of water. You don't see anything, um, anything like that. It seems to be completely quiet coming from this tunnel as well.
I guess the left
Roger.
one.
So you guys going to journey down the left tunnel for now?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we should be
So you
safe.
guys. Okay, so everybody then, if you guys want to try to stealth around, then let's go ahead and roll. Let's get a stealth check from everybody.
Okay, wait. If we're gonna start stealthing, then
Yeah, do your thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
pass the face.
In which case, Zizzle, I'll only need to know if you roll a nat 1.
I did not.
Yeah,
So
okay.
just one stealth check.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a 26.
Yeah, you handle it, no problem. Yeah.
Dude,
You're
I
a
fucking
stealthy
hate
boy.
disadvantage.
What'd you get?
So I got a 12, but I rolled a nat 20.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
I fucking hate disadvantage.
Natural 12 or 12 total?
Oh, natural 12, so that'd be
22.
no.
Yeah, you get the plus
12,
10 bonus. He cast Pass Without a Trace.
Oh shit, yeah. Okay, yeah, 22. Oh,
Okay.
20 fucking 6.
There we go.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right, so everybody makes it. So you guys, actually, hold on. I have to roll for the others as well. I forgot.
Zimbabwe and Molly.
Zimbabwe and Molly, indeed.
Just for the lulls, I gotta say I rolled an 11, so that makes it a 33.
God damn, son. All right, so they both pass as well, thanks to the help. They rolled a 5 and a 9 respectively. So, uh, so you guys stealth your way for a couple of 100 feet, and then Perry, I imagine with you hearing it, you would have been leading the way. You see another grate ahead of you with a little bit of dimmer light shining down. And as you approach, you begin to hear the two figures speaking in Elvish.
Okay. I don't know Elvish.
Then can you know Elvish, correct?
Yes, I think I do. Yes.
There's a little doubt on your face for a second. You're like, fuck!
No, I just scroll to the top of the character sheet.
Okay, so as you guys approach, Venkin, you begin to make out these two figures. They seem to be guards, and you hear them up there, and they're kind of chit chatting amongst one another. And for a few moments, they're kind of just like, "Yeah, I'm ready to, kind of be done with my shift," kind of, casual bullshit. But then after a moment, right as you're about to stop listening, right as you're about to be like, yeah, these guys are just, just two guys waiting to get off of work. One of them says, "Did you see that? Did you see that ship of those outsiders that came in today?" And the other one kind of chuckles and laughs, and he's like, "Yeah, man, there wasn't two of a kind among the whole damn ship." and he's like, "Yeah, we got like a representative from everybody in Kathir today," and they start kind of chuckling and making a few off-color jokes, like it's been a while since we've had a half orc, and I wonder how he's faring in the city and that kind of sort of thing. And they're just making some lighthearted jokes about you guys. But as the jokes begin to kind of die down, you hear one of them say, "Yeah, but I heard Captain was pissed about it, so we may get us a show before the night's out." And then he's like, "Shit, I hope so. It's been boring around here." And then they kind of chit chat for a little bit longer, and he says, "All right, man. Well, I'm gonna go report in, and I'll see you tomorrow." And he kind of takes off, walking, and kind of heading off away. And the guy that was standing there is left just kind of like, oh, fuck. And you kind of see he's just kind of like looking at his feet and that kind of thing, just looking around. So
After that, I go ahead and just tell the party that I think they're going through a shift change. We can go ahead and sneak up and Sneak past if possible, or take care of him.
I think. Well, he's up at the street level, right?
Yeah, they're in the street.
Oh,
Yeah, they're outside. Yeah, they're outside.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, we can just sneak past, I guess.
Okay.
I thought he
Damn,
was
nobody
in.
have like fucking. Nobody have like fucking. I don't know. A spell to make fucking the air smell like 10 times worse.
I got prestidigitation.
You should make him shit his pants.
I'm gonna soil his pants. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
That is a cubic foot, by the way, of shit.
okay. So out of nowhere, all of a sudden, you just like hear just like, what the fuck? And then a curse in Elvish, and nobody else can understand this besides Venkin. You just hear, what the fuck is that smell? And then you guys see him kind of like turning around, trying to figure out, and then he like looks on the bottom of his boot, and the bottom of his other boot, he's trying to figure out where the smell is coming from. And then like when he does that, he feels it like it sloshes to the side, and then that's when you see like this gallon of shit just come fucking rushing out of his fucking pant leg. And a nat 1, he slips in the shit as he's turning around, falls down as the shit begins to run down the sewer grate and is now dripping into the fucking water.
Make a dexterity check. That way I see if I dodge it.
Venkin's the only one. I would say Venkin came up closest. So
Oh.
if
If he's
I
up
rolled a
against the
natural
grate, I feel like
19,
that's
so.
got to be with disadvantage.
I don't think he's right up against the grate. I think he's like kind of off to the side, but it's gonna splash.
That's a 2.
Oh no!
Venkin, you get shit splatter all over your pants. You're just like,
Look what
and
you
you're
did.
like, you look immediately at Perry like, you
I
motherfucker.
I high five Perry.
Yeah.
Cubic foot. Really?
I'm gonna high five Aruk, give him finger guns, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cast prestidigitation to clean up Venkin.
I appreciate it, dickhead.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay. All right. So you see this guy, he's just like, what the fuck? And he like, you can hear it in his voice, like he just started to shift. He's like, he's not happy. So he kind of like makes his way back to his feet. Here, let's do another check. Okay, he makes his way back to his feet, and he kind of like looks around and then just fucking takes off. He just takes off. He's like, I gotta go fucking clean myself up. So yeah, for temporarily now, there seems to be nobody around this sewer grate. You guys are free to pass or do whatever you like.
General order number 1.
All right, I guess moving on.
Okay. All right. So hold on one second.
That dude apparently had
Okay.
0 discipline.
Yeah, I mean, they've gotten lackadaisical because it's been hundreds of years since the last time somebody tried to attack Kathir, and so I mean, some of these soldiers have never even seen any kind of anything going on in the city, so they're just kind of staying around all fucking day. Sorry, one second.
Fair.
Ask Jenny if she'll bring me a bottle of water real quick. I didn't grab my jug.
Ma'am, more hot pockets.
You mean you actually ran out of water?
No, it's just sitting. My bottle is sitting in the living room. I didn't grab the motherfucker.
Mm.
So anyway, so you guys make your way past this first this grate, and some more time passes. And you guys are just kind of walking along. And what's the marching order here?
I think since I have the illuminated necklace, I'm first.
Okay.
And I figured
are-
I was second since I was listening.
Okay, so then I imagine then it's then it's I will say it's the others, and then Aruk and Zezel bringing up the rear. So Perry and Vin can make a perception check for me.
25, 20,
16.
25, yeah, 25.
Okay, so you don't notice in time, Venkin, but Perry, you notice as you're walking, um, you kind of look down and you notice there's some slimy looking black shit on the walls and on the floor. It's just kind of like this weird like film that's kind of like this shiny black film that's kind of over everything. Um, and as you kind of begin to like enter this section of the tunnels, and you're holding this thing out with your pearl out as a light, that you kind of begin to notice it as you kind of enter. You're like, man, it got kind of dark in here, and that's when you realize it's this shiny, reflective kind of goo, and there's the light from your amulet is shining all over, kind of reflecting back all over this walls. And as the brilliant light hits it, it kind of gives off almost a bluish kind of black reflection. And I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Boys.
Motherfuckers.
God damn it.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
If I'm leading the order and I notice it, I feel like I would have tried to stop the group.
Okay,
if
so
anything, I feel like only me should make the dex save.
Okay, so then I would say that it's you and Venkin, because Venkin's right behind you, and as soon as you notice, you call for a halt. So, yes, the first two of you make a
Alright.
dexterity saving throw.
Uh,
Sorry, Venkin.
It's bad.
You had to say it, man. I was up close behind him because I was listening in. How bad is it, Matt?
what's yours?
One.
It's so...
I got a 12.
12 total and a natural 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
All right. So let's see here. Let me see what the DC is again. All right.
Jesus.
Okay, so you both fail. And are going to take. You are now this as you kind of entered this. Like tendrils of this stuff kind of lashed out and is wrapping itself around you guys' legs. And you are both
actor in Star Wars.
No, it's like this stuff is behaving almost like Spider-Man symbiote suit.
Ooh. Is it oh wait. Is it any kind of okay. Not magical plants or non-magical plants?
Plant?
That sounds like a roll.
Is it a hold on, let me see if it's
Hang on,
considered
It's so yeah, landstride, move through non-magical difficult terrain, costs no extra movement. You can also pass through non-magical plants without being slowed by them or taking damage.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna help here.
Okay.
So hold on, let me grab my dice here. Look and see what this is. The two of you are gonna take 11 points of acid damage as it begins to eat into your through your clothing and into your flesh, and is continuing to try to climb up to you. Until you remove this, you will have a -5 to dexterity, to any dexterity rolls, and also will have to take 2d8 acid damage every turn. So for that, we're gonna at this point, let's go ahead and I'll give you each one chance to do something. Then we're gonna roll initiative.
Okay. Are the so the acid, is it just like sitting on our skin or our clothing? Or...
It's like I said, think Spider-Man symbiote suit. It is trying to it almost seems like it's like sentient and it's trying to crawl up your legs and trying to engulf. It's trying to eat you.
Okay.
It is 100%. This.
I
It's
just-
like a black ooze that is trying to eat you.
Okay.
Can I just cast Dispel Magic then?
Dispel magic will not work. It is not a magical construct. It is a living creature.
Boo.
Okay. I'm going to. I'm gonna. Well, yeah.
Control water, maybe?
I'm gonna fucking send her here. Let's go ahead and cast command.
Interesting.
So it's
Okay.
gonna have to make a wisdom saving throw. DC is 14.
Okay, give me 1 second. I want to see if there's anything in here that says it's.
Let me read my spell description just to make sure I'm.
Yeah, you did say
do this.
sentient. So
You speak a one-word command to a creature you can see within range. Target must succeed on a wisdom save or the following command, or follow the command on its next turn. Spell has no effect on the target if it's undead.
Okay, it seems that command will work.
Well,
Wow. Okay.
Hold on. It might not. Does it understand Common or any of my languages?
It has no languages.
Okay, it won't work.
It has no languages. Yeah, that's the only thing that saved you, because otherwise I was like, damn! Or that
Yeah.
saved me, really,
Right,
because
yeah.
otherwise I was like, damn, they just bypassed my whole ass fucking whole ass thing.
Well,
Okay, yeah, it does not speak or understand any languages.
how far down does it go? Like the whole room?
It seems to be stretching for at least the next 20 to 30 feet through this like basically it's like a 20 to 30 foot section of this tunnel that you're in is completely like walls and ceiling and floor completely covered in this shit.
Okay.
all right. It's technically a liquid surface such as acid, right?
It is, yes, it is liquid in nature, and it crawls across surfaces, but
There is a spell called Water Walk. Grants you the ability to move across any liquid surface such as water, acid, mud, snow, quicksand, or lava, as if it were a harmless solid ground.
so this is what I'll say. That will allow you to walk across it. However, that will not stop it from trying to attack you. So you'd still have to fend off its attacks. However, you'd be able to walk across it without automatically getting stuck into it.
Okay.
Okay. So everybody has that, and what do you think? Like shape water or something and rinse off what's on our legs?
Yeah, well, I think it has like a grip on us, like there's a tentacle like attached to it.
Yeah,
That's where the acid
there's
damage-
tendrils of it. Yeah, there's this massive, like it's like the entire thing, the entire amount of this stuff that is covering the walls and floor is one organism, and it is tendrils are coming out from it that have grabbed the hold of the two of you.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. I guess I'll just cast Firebolt at first level, and that's what I'll do before.
Okay,
Did
so
we,
you cast Firebolt directly, like at your feet, like at the closest part to towards your feet, like you know what I mean, to
kind of
injure.
like
You just
at the base of the tendril that's attached to me.
understood. Okay. All right, so
we just established like initiative.
I'm let him get through his action real quick, and then yes, we will establish initiative. You can go ahead and roll if you like.
That's 14 to hit.
14 absolutely hits.
Okay, so that's gonna be first level. I'll add a d10. This is 3d10. 1, 2. That's 20 damage. Fire damage.
20 damage. Nice. Okay, so as you should have got fire, it immediately like melts and severs the connection from this tendril to you. And it kind of wreathes and riles away, and actually it kind of you see where it like the hot section of where the heat transferred into the concrete beneath it, it's almost like moving away from the heat. It's like opened up just a little bit to allow that section of hot concrete to cool down before it like kind of melds back over that area of
question:
floor.
since I'm not attached to him anymore, do I still have the nerfs, the -5 dex, and the 2d8?
Yes, because it's still there. You severed the connection, but it's still wrapped around your legs.
Okay.
So you're kind of like, if you want now, you could use your movement speed really quick to try to get back out of its range, so that way you could just fight off what's on you.
That's fine.
If you like.
That's fine.
Okay. So you move back out of the range. Venkin, is there anything you'd like to do before we get into initiative?
I guess just that water walk that I think if we're all gonna back up and fight it, there's no point. So I'm gonna do Moonbeam,
Okay.
and that is a 5-foot radius, 40-foot cylinder created on a point within range. Okay, so when the creature enters the area, or starts its turn, there has to take a con save throw. It's engulfed in ghostly flames. Takes 2d20 on a failed and half as much on successful.
Nat 1. Double damage.
I was about to say I'm actually gonna cast that like higher level too.
Oh, okay. Well, cast it at whatever level you're going to cast it at, and go ahead and double those damage die. Because that is a nat
Highest
1.
level possible now.
You know what's the worst thing for me is I literally just rolled its initiative and it rolled a fucking nat 1, and so I picked up a different die and then rolled a fucking another nat 1.
Jeez.
So
How's it feel?
yeah, no doubt. I'm the one rolling like shit today. Usually I'm rolling pretty good, and it's usually Venkin that's rolling like shit.
Seems like only combat you roll bad.
I know, yeah.
It is. Okay. So cast it at the 5th level, and that'll be a 5d10. And we're gonna double it. Oh, Jesus Christ.
10d10.
10d10.
All right.
Christ.
I'm gonna roll 20.
Oh, you're letting roll 20 do this for you?
No, yeah.
I was gonna say R.I.P.
Yeah.
Because they'll get just average your ass. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So we got 18 and a 39.
Okay, so for a grand total of
57?
fucking hell.
Yeah.
57 damage. Hot damn. So that was what you did. How much? 20 something? 20 damage. So that's a total of 77 damage. All right. Yeah, so when you so I'd like this to be touch cinematic. But let's say that Venkin does not like Venkin's, especially after the most recent poop incident, Venkin does not like anything all over his clothes, and so as soon as this thing grabs and starts riling all over him, he just freaks out, casts this fucking super massive beam, and this ghostly fire eats up quite a bit of it. It just kind of burns some of it away and leaves like big splotchy sections that are no longer covered in this black ooze. All right, so at this point, let's go ahead and get initiative.
23.
23, okay.
9.
9.
6.
6.
15.
15. Okay. Zezel, your turn, sir. You see this go down. You see your two crewmates start getting gobbled up by this shit, and what are you going to do, sir?
Hide.
Hide.
All right, so you hiding?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I can stab black goop.
You can try.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you could certainly try, but so you're going to make your stealth check then?
Hold up. No. I'm going to throw one of my non-obsidian daggers at it.
Okay. So one of your elven daggers?
No, one of my regular daggers. I only have
Gotcha,
one
okay.
Elven dagger. There ain't no
Okay.
way in hell I'm throwing that thing.
Gotcha. Okay, so you pull out one of your old, older daggers you don't really give a shit about, and you fucking chuck it. Go ahead and make a attack roll.
17 plus 7.
That hits. That hits. And so as you kind of fucking chuck it, it kind of just and just consumes your knife. And you're like,
I'm
glad I
hiding.
didn't throw one of my nice daggers and fucking hide. So with your bonus, just tell me if you get a nat one or not.
I got a 3, so no, none of that one.
You still pass. All right, so that's gonna bring it to Benkin. It is your turn again, sir.
Ooh, I think. Oh, that moonbeam is still active today. Is there anything still in it? It's active.
Okay, so basically, what you do it again on your turn. Like on your turn, it has to make the same saving throw.
Yeah, it's the same. I think I'd re-roll the damage. I think it just stays there for a minute. Yeah.
Okay, so Constitution saving throw again.
Yes.
That is a 19.
That beats. Yeah.
Okay, so was it half damage or no damage?
Oh, it's half.
Or is the effect ended?
No, it's still there for a minute. But if they're gonna stay within the area, they take half.
Okay.
So that'll be half of 5.
Or yeah, you're right.
14.
14 points of damage. All right. So. All right. So yeah, you you see another couple spouts of this ghostly flame eat up a little bit more of this. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn? Would you like to try to remove this shit from your legs? Which actually, by the way, that you're gonna have to take.
Oh, that's right.
Another bit of damage. That is 12 points of acid damage.
Yeah. I don't know. Can I shake some of the water and try and rinse it off?
You can try.
Yeah,
you can certainly try.
Yeah.
Is that other spell concentration?
No, I don't think so. Let me double check. I don't think so, but I forget where it would say it is. Let me look at it real quick.
It would be under like spell components and shit.
It says BSM.
Usually duration.
Yeah, it'll be like directly. Yeah, it'll say like components and then duration.
Oh, speaking of which, that means my light goes out because light is concentration also.
Oh yeah, so as all this is going on, boop, fucking light goes out.
It is concentration. I need to update that.
Okay, yeah. So just go ahead and roll a concentration check for me to keep the spell going.
All right. What am I supposed to add to this again?
You're just it's basically like making like whatever your spellcasting modifier is. It's like a saving throw for that spellcasting modifier. So it's wisdom or intelligence, whichever druids use, and then you do that against your own spell save DC.
Okay, no, that did not work.
Okay, so you lose grip on the spell, and it will no longer be in effect after this turn.
Okay.
Okay. So you're gonna try the water, create water, try to get this shit off of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna use as much water as I can. So, control water. Let's see, what is it? Oh, that's 20-foot wall. No, let's just go with shape water. That seems like a safer.
Okay.
Yeah, shape water is like what, a cube? 5-foot cube. Yeah, we'll use a 5-foot cube and try to rinse it off my legs.
So yeah, you just basically fucking you basically just like fucking just absolutely douse yourself in this massive amount of water. Because I mean, think if a 5-foot cube is like,
bro, that goes up to your titties.
That's like at least 200 gallons of water minimum. So it's like a shitload of water all over you. And while it does wash some of it away, it doesn't completely eradicate. It doesn't like damage it. It just does move some of it away from you. You still, I'll say that, like Perry, you are now severed from it, but
Okay.
you do still have some of it on your legs.
Okay. And I'll try and take a step or two back away from it, and that'll be
Okay,
my turn.
yeah, so you back up out of its field of range, and that is going to bring it to Aruk.
All right, so I'm gonna think a little bit outside the box. Tell me if this is item interaction or just takes up my entire bonus action. But I want to get out my flint and steel, make a torch, or just get fire somewhere and wrap bits of cloth around my arrows and shoot fucking fire arrows at this bitch.
So that's gonna. I'll say it takes your bonus action to craft. I'll say in your bonus action, roll 1d4.
Okay. That's 2.
So you're able to craft 2 arrows like that. Real quick, you can just kind of pull 2 arrows out, rip a strip off, kind of fucking wrap it up around it really quick, and then maybe dunk it in some shit. And you
Or a little bit of my
let's
fucking alcohol on it.
yeah, you take out your flask, pour a little alcohol on it, and then you're ready to rock and roll with it. And then to spark it, let's see, how many actions do you have for attacks?
2.
2. So you're only going to be able to, I'll say with all of this, with you crafting them and everything, you'll only be able to take 1 shot this turn, but the next turn you'll have another arrow that you can use, and then you'll be able to make a second attack or craft more.
Okay.
Okay?
Got it.
Okay, so yeah, because you got to pull it out, make the motherfucker, and then strike it, catch it on fire, and then
I just wanted to try something.
I got
way
you.
I
No,
can stay
absolutely.
away.
It's a good idea. It's a good idea.
So that is going to be a 24 to hit,
That fucking hits.
and that is going to be fucking 12 damage.
12
Well, I don't know
damage.
fire. I don't know like what amount of that is fire damage.
I'm gonna say
Like I don't know
that
how to
because
add
it's not
fire
gonna
damage
take
to an arrow.
it's not gonna take any piercing damage whatsoever. So let's just say let's just do a d6 of fire damage.
A
So
D6, got it.
roll 1d6 of fire damage.
It's a 3, so it takes
So
3
it takes
damage.
3 damage. It takes 3 damage.
Well, that was a shitty idea.
So, but where you slunk the arrow fucking, and you can see there's a little section of it that kind of catches fire and it begins burning. So that will bring it
At least
around
that proved my
to
theory that it's flammable.
yeah. That brings it around to if there's nothing else you can do on your turn, that brings it around to Perry.
Nah, that's it.
Okay, Perry, your turn, sir.
Okay.
Fireball, fireball.
I don't have fireball.
Now is the time that is like the fireball situation if there ever was one.
How are you on HP, Venkin?
Wait, no.
I'm serious.
No.
How much HP do you have?
60, I think.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
On a scale of 1 to whatever your HP is, how how good are you feeling?
1 to full HP. What would you say?
I'm like
you're
at
at?
7.5.
Okay.
By the way, Perry, you take 8 acid damage.
Okay. I'm going to cast. How long is this thing again? Like all the way to the other side of it?
Probably 30 feet, but I would say there's only about maybe 30% of it left. You guys have burned a lot of it away and just left scorch marks on the wall. Its overall mass is probably only about 30% at this point, but it still is kind of in these weird veins where it's trying to connect and pull itself back together, extending out about 30 feet.
All right. I'm just going to cast. There's not really a way to tell how it's doing. Let's cast Magic Missile at 3rd level.
Okay.
So that's gonna be 1 dart for each additional level, so that's 2 extra. 5 d4 plus 5.
Dude, a Molotov cocktail would do wonders right here.
It really would.
That
I'm sitting on a wall of fire right now that I think I'm gonna have to use.
7, 10, 13 plus 5, 18 damage.
18 damage as you fucking as Perry extends his hands and these long-dicked dolphins come shooting, these ethereal long-dicked dolphins come shooting out of his hands, and kind of scatter and kind of targeting the largest points of the largest masses of these things with these massive impacts as they all fucking impact. And after the kind of smoke and shit from it all clears, you see that there's maybe a couple specks of this shit laying everywhere, but otherwise it seems to be mostly gone.
Yeah, oh, it's still alive.
There's a couple of little specks that you can kind of see are kind of writhing, and you even see that the stuff on your legs looks like it's trying to crawl back down to rejoin the hole.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and spend a couple sorcery points. And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Venkin.
No, you didn't have to do that.
Oh.
Oh, well, shit. Okay, I'll do it on myself then.
Fuck you then,
Yeah,
bud.
okay. I'm gonna cast it on myself. For great 3 HP.
All right, I got you.
I'm a new cleric. Okay, bear with me.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so that will make it the end of your turn, and that is going to be the Black Pudding's turn. And it is just going to use. That's what it's actually called. That's the actual name in the D&D handbook is called the fucking Black Pudding. So it is going to use its action. It is going to detach itself from the two of you and try to reform its whole. And let's see, what's its fucking movement speed? Dog shit movement speed. Yeah, 10 feet. So it can't make it It can't make it too far.
It's got a jar.
So it's in a hole.
No, I mean like the return to the hole. Return to like
okay.
the.
I was like, if it's in a hole, I'm just gonna like pour something over it. And...
no, return like make itself whole again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, we can
Cast
totally
some
use
on the hole.
What?
Totally could have used Michael's character. Just have him piss on it and then fucking somebody torch his piss.
All right, whose turn is it?
It is. That will bring it back around to old Captain Zezel.
I'm just gonna poke my head up and be like, "Is it over yet?"
Yeah, you see the captain kind of poke out, and he's like, "Oh shit!" And he's like, "You guys good?" All right, back into his hidey hole. All right. If there's nothing you can do, then we'll move it down to Venkin. It'll be your turn.
All right, baby, I got you. I'm gonna cast Mass Cure Wounds. 30-foot radius centered on me. I can choose 6 creatures. So anybody that needs healing gets 3d8 plus. Okay, wait. Spellcasting modifier. Is that?
I think we're good.
Is that spell attack bonus? Spell attack modifier, same thing.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think Matt and I and maybe.
I need 16.
Zezel, did you get hit or not?
Now Zezel just hit. He just ducked out of the fucking way. He was like, "Nah, fuck this."
As far as I'm tracking, I haven't been hit either.
No, you haven't.
26.
I lost the dagger. That was the only thing that happened.
Okay.
There.
Yeah. 26. Okay, so you said it's what, 30-foot radius. You choose there's 6 creatures who need healing and 30-foot radius. So yeah, the thing gets also 20 plus HP. No. Say it needs healing too, buddy.
No,
a little more.
Does he choose, or is it just a
Yeah, I know.
Creatures. Yeah,
he can choose. I was
like,
fucking with him because
hold on.
he just said 30-foot radius.
Yeah.
Yeah, any creature that needs healing, anybody that needs healing in that radius. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, no, I was fucking throw a red flag and challenge at
Yes.
me. No shit.
And then once again, I'll ask: does anybody have a jar, and maybe we can catch some of this?
Yes, I have alchemist
Do
tools.
we really want to?
So I've got 2 glass beakers.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, if you guys would like to capture it, we're gonna do an animal handling check.
Well, I'm
to
gonna
see if
cast
someone can
Water
capture
Walk
it.
again on both Matt and I, or whoever's gonna help me.
Okay.
I mean, I have the beaker. I feel like it needs to be me.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So make an animal handling check to see how well you can
All right.
coax the shit into a glass jar.
Not gonna be great. Like,
With its
and
ten-
we're gonna
Come here,
give
boy.
him guidance too.
Yeah.
So you get a D4 to that.
What was that?
Burn the inspiration. Burn the inspiration.
I don't have an. Oh, wait, did we get an
Yeah.
inspiration?
Everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got
Everybody got one at the
All
end of
right,
last
yeah, I'm
session.
burning that shit.
Yeah. Matt was about to be like, "Come here, buddy."
Yeah, I rolled. My first one was a nat 1.
Let's get
Oh
alien.
god, that'd have been that. Yeah, full aliens. Yeah, fucking.
That's a 15 plus. Let me get my D4.
What was that Jake Gyllenhaal movie where they had that?
I don't know.
16.
16, you're able to I'm trying to think of that movie, but 16, yeah, you're able to just barely, you're like, oh fuck, you got the lid and you're like, oh, you almost, like, it almost gets around, but you're able to finally kind of trick it and catch it, and now you have a jar. Maybe like, imagine like if you have like a spaghetti jar, like a spaghetti sauce jar sized kind of thing. It's about half full of this shit.
Okay.
There's still some left.
No, that's about it. It kind of reformed, and kind of reformed back into the hole. And there's about, like I said, about half of a spaghetti jar full of this shit. And it's kind of writhing around, trying to attack the lid and shit.
The movie is called
Damn
Life.
it. No, that's right.
I don't think I've seen that.
That's not bad. It fits this situation fairly well, I feel like. It's like extremely smart and sentient, and it like destroys.
Bro, we
takes
should name
over
this
its-
thing Flubber.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If you like
So-
scary sci-fi movies, it's one to watch.
Hell yeah, because when you said Jake Gyllenhaal, my first thought was, have you guys ever seen Donnie Darko?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy ass movie. But that was the first one I was like, that was where my brain immediately went, was Donnie Darko. I was trying to remember if there was any weird, because Donnie Darko was weird as fuck, and I was like, was there any weird black ooze in that fucking movie? But no, I don't think there was. So, all right. So yeah, you guys capture what's left of this shit in a jar, and you guys are now out of combat. But now you have something to look out for as you further venture into.
Bro, we basically have a black pudding grenade now, so
Yeah.
we could throw it at somebody.
Yeah, that
Pocket
would.
sand.
What'd you say?
Pocket sand.
Pocket sand.
Ah! That's fucking hilarious. Somebody's gonna have a bad day. I feel sorry for the first NPC that pisses you guys off.
Captain.
Peace was never an option.
Mr. Elf Captain.
Right, yeah. So yeah, so you guys
Elf, thank
make.
you.
No,
Yeah,
not,
you
not
guys-
you.
The other elf, gotcha.
Yeah, no, the
Yeah.
guy that was talking shit earlier.
No, Brandon, you're a halfling, not a half elf. You're like half a Chinese takeout, not half of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we
Halfling.
talked about this last time. I'm like a
Bro.
fat.
Halflingling.
Does that mean
So
you
you guys,
every 20 minutes?
yeah, absolutely. So I'll say that you guys spend probably another hour making your way down this particular stretch of tunnel.
Damn.
Yeah,
And we went
it's
the wrong way.
yeah, and you finally come to a sewer grate, and you look outside, and it's the ocean. You guys have went completely wrong way. There's a mermaid chilling there, like, bro, you guys know. No, you guys spend about quite a bit of time traveling further and further into this sewer network. I'll say for for a little bit of time expedience, that you guys encounter this black ooze once or twice more, but are able to kind of in smaller batches, and you're able to kind of get around it. Now that you guys know how to deal with it, you're able to avoid those parts and move past it. So after a while, once again, you come to a fork. This time, the path no longer is straight. There is no straight option. There is right or left. And this, I will say though, the last couple of grates that you have passed have all been smaller, like drain-sized grates, and not man-sized grates. So it's been a while since you've seen a man-sized grate. So you imagine that you're underneath something. You're no longer just underneath the city streets, but you imagine you're underneath something. But you have the choice right or left.
Take the right, I'll take the left.
Yeah, I'm gonna perceive down the. Try and see what's going on down the left one.
Okay.
That's a 19 for me.
Ugh, not great. That's a 11.
Okay, so Venkin with the 19, you begin to peer. Actually, Perry, you don't really hear anything. I'll say all the thing, because 11 is just slightly above average for what a perception would be. So you can see that down this tunnel quite a ways there is, while the last couple of grates that you've seen above the above you haven't shown any light, there is a little bit of light showing down, although it does look to be like a smaller grate. It doesn't look to be a man-sized grate, but you do see a small beam of light shining down. Venkin, on the other side, you don't see anything. However, you hear something. It's very faint, but you hear just ever so slight of footsteps.
Oh.
I don't know if you could pick that up.
No, I couldn't. I saw you moving, and I figured that's what you were trying to do.
Yeah, footsteps. The gate. It sounds like the spacing of them kind of gives you the idea of it sounds like someone pacing, like just as they're kind of pacing.
Okay, I'll pass it on to the party. Ask if I can do speak with animals, and maybe ask some rats about each way. But unless there's a way you guys think we should go.
Bro, speak to the rats.
Absolutely.
I'm here for it.
Hey, yo, I'm the yellow rat.
Hey, I'm
yo,
walking
rat.
here. I'm walking here.
I just want to hear Nick fucking like impersonate some rats.
It's about to be a John Travolta rat.
What?
My like Brooklyn, New York accent always ends up sounding like a shitty John Travolta. So that's what I always say.
I'm here for it, to be honest.
We're definitely casting it. I wish I could cast it at a higher level.
Okay, so you guys kind of wait for a few minutes. Periodically throughout your time down in these tunnels, you've seen rats here and there. You see a couple of them scurry by, and you cast Speak with Animals. And one of the larger male rats that's kind of bringing up the rear of this little troop that goes skittering by, kind of pulls up, and he looks up at you, and he's like, "Whoa, I can understand you." Like, and he's just like looking at you like,
Damn it.
"What's up, bub? What's good, my guy?" It almost turned to Christopher Walken for a second.
No, that's Walken, man.
Yeah. No, you're talking to my boy all wrong. It's the wrong tone. You do it again, I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron. Anyways.
Hey,
Go
what's
ahead.
down that tunnel you just came out of?
Hey, which tunnel? Which one you talking about? This one or that one?
Yeah.
That
Both of them.
Yeah. What the fuck does that mean? You fucking interrupt me hanging out with the wife and kids for this.
I just want to know where I'm supposed to go, man.
Where you trying to get to? It's not my problem. Why are we angry with me?
Make it your problem.
Hey, oh, is that a threat, big guy?
Dude,
An army
just
of
fight
rats
this rat.
comes out of
Just
the
fight this
walls.
rat.
Hey, Vinny, who's
Yeah.
big fucking rat.
Yeah, what's down these tunnels, man? That's all I need to know.
Oh, I mean, well, it depends on what you're looking for. Down that way is, well, hopefully some food that way. And then he points back this way and he goes, we don't really go that way much. And he's like, that's where the damn, oh, I don't know what you people call them, but that's where they are, that way. And he points the way that you heard the footsteps.
Okay, so we want to go toward the people then, I guess, guys.
Sure.
All right. I give a little bit of like food out of my pouch and tell them thank you.
It's like, oh, finally, Jesus, some fucking appreciation. He like scoops it up. He like, scoops it up and just like fucking just like walks off on his hind legs
I
now.
fucking love this rat.
What's your name, buddy? We gotta know your name.
Tony.
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 Good enough.
Never mind. Fuck this guy.
What's your name?
Benkin.
Fuck you, Vinkin.
Hey.
Hey, fuck you. What's your name? Anyways. So yeah, at this point, he just like takes his little crumbs that you broke off and he just fucking skitters out of there. All the rest of the party heard was just like, just sassy chittering as Venkin would say something, and he's just like, you just hear this sassy ass chittering coming back from the
Chittering in
rat.
a Brooklyn accent.
Yeah. The hands.
Malibu's
All the
most
hands.
Yeah.
known.
So,
Tony the rat.
Tony the rat. Hey, Tony.
Okay, looks like we're heading down the way of the fucking voices.
Yeah. So you guys, are you guys stealthing or just walking normally?
So I think the stealth thing's good for an hour. I don't know how much time has passed.
I'd say it's about time to recast it. You guys have been walking for quite a while.
Okay, which brings me to a nice DM question. Can you cast spells at a higher spell slot that don't?
If you don't have this, if you don't have a spell slot, yes, you can use a higher level spell slot. Yes.
All right. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
We'll cast
So
it
you
again.
go ahead and recast it. Everybody is once again stealthy. So go ahead and let's do some stealth checks as you guys stealth your way.
Not a one.
34.
22.
Yeah. 37.
21.
21. Okay. You got a 12, Eric?
22.
Oh, 22. I
Yeah.
thought you just said
Yeah,
1,
12.
2. I was
Yeah.
like,
Don't
what?
you need to roll for Molly
Nope.
and Zimbabwe?
Yes. Yep. Mali and Zimbabwe. Okay, that's passes on both. So, you guys begin to stealth your way down the right corridor, and after a few feet, you all begin to hear, after maybe 15, 20, 30 feet into this corridor, you begin to all hear there's footsteps kind of pacing back and forth. And after a while, you see a man-sized grate in the ceiling, and you look up, and it looks like you're looking up into if you like look up into it, it looks like you're looking up into another tunnel, and that's where you hear the footsteps sound, and they sound like they're coming closer, and like kind of almost like they're going to start walking right over the grate, and then you see the very well made elven boots of a guard. Now, this guard looks different than the ones you saw at the port. This one is wearing. This one is like there's much more gold on this one's armor, and it has like a red cloak opposed to like an earth tone cloak, and it is carrying a really big motherfucking glaive, like not like a, you know what I mean, like a little sword or a dagger or a bow and arrow. This one's carrying like a big fucking, like, very elegant but very long, sharp, deadly looking glaive as it over and then begins to walk over top of you this way.
I want to pull a piece of paper out of my pocket
I'm still here. You guys are good.
Okay. Yeah, I want to pull a piece of paper out of my pocket and cast clairvoyance on the piece of paper, and then try and like slip it up into the grate so I can see into the room.
Or
Absolutely.
it's a tunnel.
Like 7, 8 feet up.
So I'm gonna
Like
have
7 or 8 feet high.
Vinkin give me a little boost then.
Yeah, I would say Venkin, you could touch it with your hand, no problem. So,
Okay.
yeah, so you kind of stick the piece of paper up there, and you take a look down both directions, and you see that it appears to be a long hallway. There's no sewerage and anything like that. It is, but there is, you can see that there looks to be cells on either side
Okay.
of the hallway on both sides.
All right. Just the one guard.
That's all. So in this hallway, yeah, that's all you see is just the one walking down. But this hallway isn't very long. There's maybe 3 on one side of you, and then 4 on the other side of you, and then there's like 2 cross-section hallways at the each end where it tees off and then goes down. And you can see. I will say though, with the clairvoyance, does the clairvoyance give you sight or sound?
I have a choice.
And you
One
chose
or the
sight.
other.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So you see the one guard. You see his back as he's walking away from you towards the corridor, and then you begin to see as he's about to turn around to come walking back down this hallway.
Okay. I wonder if we could try to like maybe have Zezel move the sewer grate and have him fall in. That way we
Okay.
can just beat his ass down here and not have to go up there.
That's one option. If you guys would like to get the sewer grate somehow moved out of the way without alerting him.
Yeah, and Mike,
Oh, I can do it.
let me at him.
It's not whether or not you have the stealth, my good friend. It's whether or not you have the strength.
Yeah, I was about to say you're.
I
got all right
cast
strength.
guidance
You
on
are.
him.
I would say you are a wee fella.
I mean,
We can give
I'm
him
probably the
guidance.
strongest one. I mean,
Okay.
I have stealth.
Okay.
Like we have that fucking. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've got the strongest like strength modifier, and passive out trace. I mean,
Well, those,
there's
yeah.
I'd have to
Okay.
roll in that one.
Right. Okay.
So I'll go for it.
Okay, so go ahead and roll. I don't think
Stealth?
you're gonna have any issue. Yeah, roll stealth because I don't think you're gonna have any issue with the actual strength of the grate.
So that is going to be a fucking 21.
21. So yeah, you're able to. So it won't fit. The grate won't fit back down, obviously, through the hole. It's not designed
Okay.
that way. So you have to kind of push it up really slowly, and you can kind of slide it over. Now, I will say that this area up here is not well lit. That is one thing I failed to mention with your perception, was it's not very well lit up there. But elves
I
have
have dark vision.
dark vision. Elves have dark vision, and so, but maybe not all of their prisoners will, and so it's a bit of a tool for them, and so they kind of use the darkness to their advantage. But that means that Mr. Man is going to have to make a perception check to see if he notices it as he's walking. So he doesn't notice you move it, but it's will he notice that it has been moved from the floor? Is he paying
Is he
attention?
facing away from us right now, though?
As currently, yes, but he's only a couple feet from the end of the hallway where he's going to turn around. Where
Okay,
you
so
think
just
he
move
might
me
turn
up
around.
there and then move the grate.
Can I toss him up? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, toss me up.
Yeah.
Okay.
there you go. I want to.
Okay, so yeah, you do that.
I want to prepare fog cloud as well in case Zezel needs to make a run.
Got it. So you. All right, so that's on the tip of your tongue.
Yeah.
Zezel, you get so Aruk, you fucking slide this motherfucker over nice and quiet like, and then fucking grab Zezel and put his ass up in the hole real quick, and then slide it back. At this time, so Zezel, what are you gonna do? Like I need to know exactly what you're doing. He's about maybe you've got 2 or 3 seconds before he's gonna turn around.
Is there a dark corner that I can kind of stealth into?
You could. What's your movement speed?
25.
25. Okay, you might have enough time if you dash to try to make it around the next corner, to try to hide around the corner, because there's no real like. It's just like a hallway, you know what I mean? Like, and there's just cells, and so there's nowhere to really hide behind. You're kind of just standing there. So basically your only choice is to run down the end of the hallway as fast as you can and just like duck around the corner as fast as you can before he makes it to the end of the hallway and turns back. So go ahead and roll. Let's do an acrobatics check. I feel like with your skill set, you would probably do like some fucking leap to try to make this happen. So let's do an acrobatics check
Can
for
I
you
get
to
a
hide.
stealth against the wall? I mean, my
I
stealth's saying
mean,
that this motherfucker ain't gonna see me.
that's fair, and you do have the pass without trace. Okay, yeah, if you didn't have the pass without trace, I'd have to make you go around the corner. But with the pass without trace, that can make you blend in so well that, yeah, go ahead and just roll your stealth to just kind of try to, like, press yourself against the wall. You are also very short-statured, so that's going to help in your favor as well. So just you were kind of, like, pressing yourself against the wall and trying to become part of the shadow. Go ahead and make the stealth check then.
15 plus all the other bonuses.
So what's your natural bonus?
13.
13? Oh, Jesus Christ. So you're already at fucking 28.
Yeah.
So 38, yeah. Yeah, you just like pop up there and just go up against the wall and you just fucking and you're like even like holding your breath and you're just like up against the fucking wall and he turns around and I had to check to see if he got a nat 20. And he rolls an 8 on his perception. And so he's kind of daydreaming as he just kind of casually walks right past you, Zezel. And I mean his the end of his cloak comes like this close to you as it kind of billows as he's walking and kind of billows behind him a little bit and it kind of flaps out and just comes this close from just touching your face. As you're pressed against the wall.
Grate?
Huh?
Is he walking over the grate?
Okay, so question, did you guys put the grate back? That's
Yeah.
what I thought you guys put. Yes.
Yeah, I
So
thought
he walks directly right back across the grate and in the middle of the hall and then down.
Okay.
Good.
When he gets out of sight or like turns around again, I'm gonna go back to the grate, grab the grate, and go back to the wall, and just hope that he just walks straight into the hole.
Okay, so you want to stealth up and try to pick the grate up and bring it back with you to the wall.
Yes.
Okay, so as he walks over the grate and gets a couple of steps away with his back to you, first I need you to make a strength check. This is going to be, considering your size,
Would he get?
this is going to be
an assist, right?
He could absolutely get an assist, but it's going to be you're going to have to beat
Rolled
a DC 18. You rolled an
I rolled
18.
an 18, yes. And I get a
There you
plus
go.
3 strength.
So and then you're roll to check to see if you get a nat 1 for stealth.
Ooh, I got a 3.
Okay. So you're able to, I mean, you are damn near shitting yourself while this is happening. You're like trying not to breathe, like, oh fuck, as you like slowly fucking pick it up and like you're like struggling to carry it and you like fucking kind of waddle back to the fucking wall and you like gently set it down up against the wall and fucking press yourself back against the wall as you look just as he gets down to the other side of the hallway and turns around and is now walking back. He makes it a few steps, and this is the perception check to see if he notices the hole in the floor.
Farouk, do you want to... I lean over to Farouk and say you're get ready to grab him if you want.
That, my good sirs, was an 11 total. He fails, as he doesn't see that the grate has been removed.
What a moron.
And good thing you didn't bring your light back in.
Yeah.
And he one step and he kind of fucking hits like the edge and then kind of gets whipped back as he goes down. He's gonna take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as he fucking dings his fucking helmet, the front of his helmet, off of the side, and goes to the ground, taking another 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Did he fall
as he
in the
hits
hole?
the fucking ground. Yes, he fell in the hole. He is now down in the
I
sewer.
grappled him.
Yeah, I'm with
Yeah,
you.
Grapple.
so you're grapple. So, okay, so go ahead and make a strength check with advantage. He's going to roll opposing strength at disadvantage.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
Okay, and yeah, so Yeah, you immediately like he hits the fucking ground, and before like his fucking head bounces off the ground, and as his head bounces up, you've already like gotten your arm up around his fucking neck and have already like got him in a full rear naked choke, like perfectly locked in. You don't have it like on his actual throat because of the helmet, but he is completely like subdued. His arms out to the side, like out like this. He's dropped his glaive in the process. In the fall, that fucking clattered. And you've got him fucking like hemmed up.
I'm gonna like fucking, I guess, like pull a rag out of my fucking like side pouch and shove it in his mouth so he can't scream.
There we go.
I'll take
Okay,
his
so you
helmet
take his helmet off.
Mhm.
And you take his helmet off and shove a rag in his mouth. However, when he fell in that hole, it made a lot of noise.
I know.
He is in a full suit of armor. And so
Can I be getting back down in the hole with putting the grate back on
absolutely. Go ahead and I'll say yes, actually, yeah. You drag the fucking cover back as he falls down. As this is all happening, you fucking drag the cover back, set it on the ground, drag it over, and then kind of jump down the hole. And I'm sure Ven can grab up and put the fucking cover back as you guys are doing this. However, there's going to be some. Okay. So a few moments later, you guys begin to hear, as you guys kind of have him hemmed up, and you take his helmet off and shove the fucking rag in his mouth. A few moments later, you guys hear footsteps. You hear what sounds to be about maybe 3 sets of footsteps.
My clairvoyance
quick
is still
question.
active, so I can see.
Okay.
Quick question.
Go ahead.
Is this dude a high elf?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to look at Perry and be like just fucking like point to my head like fucking, hey, mental communications. Is there anything you can do to fucking like knock this dude out or something, or like fucking so he can't?
I was thinking we could do a shape water around his head.
I have.
Well, no, like for a message. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if he's a high elf, he might have some like fucking message cantrip or something.
Well, I don't speak Elvish. I'm gonna try common.
He probably speaks common, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna message him and say, "You make a noise, you die."
He like his eyes are this whole time he's been kind of woozy, but as this voice comes into his head, he kind of like snaps up a little bit and he looks around and he kind of like notices all of you and he like you could see like all of it go over his face. Like you can see him like, holy shit, holy fuck, what the fuck, oh my god, look, there's a fucking I'm fucking in the headlock. You know, like this whole thing happens so fast and he's kind of just like processing everything. And then he hears us in his head and he just looks at you and he looks at all of you. He doesn't know who sent it. So he just kind of looks at you and is like doing this, just like looking around, doesn't know what just fucking went into his head, but he's just like, yes, like agreeing. So pause you guys for a second there. As this is happening, you hear these footsteps and then you hear 2 guards coming from opposite ends. 2 come from one end and another 2 come from the other end for a total of 4. And you hear them, did you hear that? What was that? And Ben, can you hear this because they're speaking in Elvish? But you guys, the rest of you, hear them kind of barking back and forth at one another. And you hear them saying, you know, did you hear that? What was that? Where's the other one at? Where's he at? And they're like, just kind of like looking around, and then they start like looking up and down hallways and stuff like that. And then you can see one of them is wearing or you can with your clairvoyance, you can see that one of them, who is the one who's continuing to talk, is wearing a purple cloak, and he you can see he basically like pulls out a knife, like a dagger, and he casts light on it, and it begins to glow light. and he begins to look around, and he's shining light everywhere. And everyone's looking. They're all looking around, and then they begin to go and check the cells, and you can hear them up there looking in the cells. And what was that? You hear one of them say further down the hall, and you hear a gruff voice come back in common. Fuck you.
If I've learned
And
anything from Metal Gear Solid, if we stay quiet enough, they'll just walk away.
Right.
As I see a light come out, I'm gonna cast darkness in the area below the Great World.
okay. So you cast darkness on none of you can see anything. It becomes immediately pitch black. You cannot see an inch in front of your nose.
Hold on. I'm gonna pull out my gem of seeing. I get true sight through magical darkness, so I can see up through the grate.
Indeed, you do. Okay, so you pull out your your true sight, and you begin to look through it. And while you guys can still hear everything that is going on upstairs, you hear them rattling more cages, and then you hear them begin to shout, "Hey, where'd you go?" Like shouting out, trying to see where he went. But they do vacate this hallway for now as they begin to search. Oh shit, I just accidentally opened a new fucking tab.
Okay. What are we gonna do with this guy? Should we just kill him?
I thought we captured him for like trying to get some information.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Maybe we should take him back down the hall
Yeah.
for a bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Okay.
Are you gonna go back the way you came or further down the hall?
I would think.
Go
And
back.
are you dispelling this magical darkness?
I'm gonna keep it on there until we're all out of sight from the Great.
Until you're all out of sight, and then release it?
What'd you say, Eric?
I said I might trip.
I guess if I know they're gone, then yeah, I'll dispel it. Yeah.
Okay. And then so like I said, are you guys gonna go further down the hallway that you were going down, or are you gonna go back the way you came?
I think back.
I think back too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys begin to travel back the way you came. And you go. How far do you think you guys would travel?
Just so we know we're
So
out
we
of
met the rat?
earshot.
100 yards or so.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, so you guys travel back down, back 100 yards or so, and you guys stop in this section of tunnel where there's not a grate nearby or anything. And yeah, so you guys have your prisoner.
Right. So I'm gonna message him
I
again
guess
and
Okay.
say again, you make a noise, you die, and I'm gonna prepare lightning bolt. So I imagine I have some electrical energy conjured in my hand, and
Yeah, so there's a bit of a like, as it starts, like you kind of like have your hand up next to you and begins to see like an arc between your two fingers here begins to spark, and then it begins to jump to other fingers and begins to kind of crackle up and down your hand. And he's like, and it kind of makes a little bit of a kind of sound. Um, and he just kind of like his eyes go wide, and he's just like, just nods.
okay.
You want me to take the rag out of his mouth?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna say
Okay.
anything.
I pull the rag out.
Or I could just message him and have that conversation that way because he can respond.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna look around to the party and say, what do you want to know?
What type of prisoners does he have up there?
So yeah, I'm gonna message that to him. No response.
Oh, sorry. I thought you. My bad. I thought you were. I thought you were still asking the other people if they had anything else to ask. My bad. So no, you messaged that to him, and he kind of contemplates for a second, and then you see kind of like closes his eyes and focuses, and he sends a message back, and he says, a few different kinds of prisoners, political prisoners, um, um, some very very dangerous people, um, and that's basically it.
Okay. So I guess for the sake of time, can we just treat this like an open conversation?
For sure.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Names?
Yeah. I need names.
I don't know everybody. I only know the people in my section. Um, I'm not allowed really in other areas.
Okay.
But I know that there is a human man down at the end of the hallway. Um, he was captured for piracy, and then there is a woman, a female half orc down another hallway. She was caught trying to sneak into. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but she was caught trying to sneak into somewhere very important
So you only have 2 prisoners in your section.
in my section. Yes.
I want to roll insight to see if he's being truthful.
Okay.
That is a 19.
You can tell that he is being truthful about the prisoners in his section. You get the sense that, that's not like that's something you could easily verify, so that's not something he's necessarily going to lie about, but you do get the sense that he is lying about some of the other things.
Okay. So I am gonna ask him. So you're telling me you don't know of any high-profile prisoners in your dungeon here?
He kind of like you can see he's genuinely trying to figure out what for a few moments passes, he's genuinely trying to figure out who the fuck are they after? You know what I mean? Like they're obviously after somebody in particular. Who are they after? And he's trying to figure it out.
And
And
I tell him answer
then
me before I sick my half-orc friend on you.
he kind of looks around for a second and realizes, oh fuck, the half orc is the one that's got me. As he realizes there's not a half orc in attendance and that he could see. And then when he's but as he's looking around, he catches a glimpse of Molly, and it clicks in his head. And you can see it in his eyes. You can see that moment, he realizes who you're after, and he just shakes his head and he says, "You'd never make it in there."
I say, so she's here.
Yeah, I will say, don't know exactly where. She's been moved around a couple of times because she's a wily one. But I don't know exactly where she is. She was just moved the other day. She used to be in my section.
Where are the keys?
Only the sergeant carries the keys. We don't get keys.
Insight.
Yeah.
Nat 1.
Yeah, you can't tell if he's being truthful or not.
I got a 3.
Yeah, neither can you.
Is the purple guy the sergeant?
Yes.
What's his name?
Why is the tiefling here?
Tal, that's what Sergeant Tal.
Okay.
Tal.
Who's the half orc?
Bro.
Eric's like, yo, about to clap some cheeks.
Yes, sir.
No, so he kind of looks at you, or he kind of like looks over his shoulder at you, and he says, I don't know her name. She refuses to say anything or eat. She just kind of sits there and shoots dirty looks at you. That's really all I know. We're not allowed to talk to them unless it's like absolutely like mandatory. Like we can't talk to them unless we absolutely need to.
So we're about to torture this man for more information on. I feel like he's not being provoked enough.
I don't know of anything else I really want to ask him.
I feel like he's withholding information.
Yeah, maybe we need to put the hurt on him a little bit.
All right, bet.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast cantrip shape water around his head.
Okay. So you're just gonna shape a fucking globe of water around his head, basically,
Yeah, pretty much.
like a fishbowl of water. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, immediately you just kind of raise your hand a little bit and fucking this fucking swirl of water, and you see like he starts to like flail, and you see Aruk's just fucking like fucking stay still, bitch, as he's fucking flailing around and shit. Aruk, you're getting wet. I mean, that's just part of it. So you're kind of like water splashing you a little bit, but you got him. As he's trying to struggle a little bit, he's not. I would say like size wise, he's only about like maybe 5'8", 5'9", $140, $150. Slender. I mean, he's strong. Like Aruk, you get the sense he's stronger than his size. Like he's got some strength to him, but he's not. You know what I mean? Like he's not much of a challenge for you. As he's just kind of like trying to fucking. And then you hear in your head as the response to the last question that was basically unanswered. In the response, Perry, you hear like, "Please stop."
Can't hear you. You're muted.
You're muted.
Sorry. Am I able to tell how close he is to losing consciousness?
You think he's got a few more. He's probably got maybe another 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah, it's always longer than you think.
Yeah. So I'm gonna wait a little bit.
Okay. Gotcha. You're gonna let it tick down a little bit till he starts fucking
Yeah,
like you see him. He's like his.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of start to see like his like his twitches and stuff don't have quite as much pop on him anymore, and he's starting to settle down in Aruk's arms.
All right. Yeah.
And you're kind of like, yeah.
And then I'll have Vinkin. Yep.
Yeah, Venkin, you just and fucking and yeah, the water just kind of disappears, and he's just kind of like and you like spitting water out of his mouth, and like water's running out of his nose and shit and everything, and he's like fucking coughing and spitting water out, and he kind of pukes a little bit of water out on his chest.
And I'm gonna message him while he's doing that, and I'm gonna tell him I really don't have the patience for you elves. Give us the information we need and stop withholding.
He looks at you and he's like, and then he begins to give you basically instructions. He tells you to go down to the end of this hallway, turn left, the fourth right. The fourth right, you're gonna go down another hallway. You're gonna have to go past the captain's station. Hold on one second. What's up? Oh. You're gonna have to go past the captain's station, and there's gonna be you may encounter better than 20 guards along that passageway once you get past the captain's post. Then you're gonna go all the way to the very, very, very end of the hall, and she'll be on the left. And he's like, "That's all I know. Like, I don't know how you can get past everybody. I don't know." And then he's kind of like looking at you guys like, "Are you gonna let me go? Like, am I gonna survive this?" He's kind of, you can see that's the question that he's starting to, like, "I'm giving you what you want."
How tall is Zimbabwe? Is he
About the same
comparable?
height.
Okay.
Yeah, about the same height build.
I wonder if we could take this dude's armor and suit up Zimbabwe.
Bro, I have disguised self and I speak Elvish.
Oh,
Put
okay,
me in.
perfect. Yeah,
Okay.
You're also
But
7. Oh yeah, you can shrink yourself a little bit. How tall is he?
yeah,
7 feet.
5'8". Oh, which one? Yeah.
So you have
Yeah,
to,
how
as
tall is
long,
this dude?
how many feet can you shrink yourself?
I don't know. I don't think I put that much detail in.
I think what it says is like you go from, you can move, like you can travel one size. Like, so if you're considered large, then you could travel down to medium, or you could travel up to, up one. If you're medium, then you could travel up to large or down to small. So I don't think you could go down to small, but you could go down to medium, which is what he is.
It says 1 foot.
It is 1
Oh, you
foot
can
shorter,
only
1
1
taller.
foot shorter.
6
So
foot?
you
Is
would,
he
6 foot. That's
so you,
what, 4
that's
inches?
pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
just
Yeah.
slouch?
Yeah, I was gonna say slouch and leave my boots off because I'll tell everybody I fell in the grate, passed out, and that's why I disappeared.
It must have
Just give me the
elongated
nod.
your spine.
Yeah.
Sure.
Stretched me out real good.
Hey, yo.
Just
Yeah, yo,
give me the nod.
Hey, hey.
Yo.
Sorry, Aruk.
my ass
Give me the
broke.
nod.
Stop.
Yeah, give me the nod and I'll snap this dude's neck.
Anything else we need from him? Alright, yeah. Do it.
I want to snap his neck.
Yeah, so Aruk, you've got the strength. It's not a big deal. You kind of see, he sees like you guys' eyes going between each other, and like you give the nod, and he's like, he begins to struggle, but before he even gets a chance, Aruk, you're just like, and just toast. His fucking neck snaps. It's loud. Just fucking, you guys hear it. And he just immediately goes limp, and there's some convulsing and shit as he eventually dies. And yeah, now you guys can take his armor off. Then
Search the
can you
body.
disguise, search the body? So the only thing what you find on him is you find basically just his armor. You left his fucking pole arm down the hallway.
Yeah.
Back, underneath the fucking thing. And all he has on him is his armor and his clothes, and a fucking key on a ring.
I fucking knew.
Fucking liar.
Does he happen to have an elven dagger?
Uh,
Ooh.
yeah, he actually does. On the like his lower back, he had like an elven dagger, like a backup weapon.
Can I have that?
Sure, yeah,
After we're
absolutely.
done, we need to fit the full costume.
Oh yeah, true. Good call.
Fair
Good
enough.
call.
Yo, I got a weird question, DM. So druids not being able to wear armor.
Do
How
you
does
disguise yourself to have armor, or just disguise yourself? Or can somebody cast
So-
illusion on you?
the next thing I was gonna ask is, does that change if you're in disguise self?
So if you cast actually, honestly, if you cast disguise self, you'll look like you're wearing the armor, but you won't actually be wearing the armor. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure because you
Well,
don
it's
all
just
their
like
clothes and
minor
everything.
illusion.
Yeah, I
Fair
don't think I don't think their weapon.
It says, so disguise self, you make yourself, including your clothing, armor, and weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different until the spell ends.
Yep.
Okay, so there could
So-
be two of us to go up technically.
Yeah, Zimbabwe.
You're getting out of it, son. as you guys kind of like take the armor off and then all look at him at the same time, and he's like,
I look at him and I say, "You remember
he's
me
like,
telling you about initiation?"
he goes. You can see he's like, you see his shoulders like sump, and he's like, and he just like puts his head down in resignation and like fucking walks over with his head down and begins to don the armor. You guys get him all kitted up. Fits him
Check to see
actually
if the fucking
perfectly.
armor had any shit in it from whenever he died.
We did.
Oh yeah, poo-poo check. For sure.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, there's a little in there.
So, we will go ahead and do that. I can cast Pass Without Trace on him, and he can use it whenever he wants, right?
I mean, yeah, you can cast. Yeah, he can basically like with Pass Without Trace. It just like I don't think you have to use it. Or you can choose not to like be using
Right.
it. It still like lasts for the same amount of time, but you can choose not to use it while it's the effects are upon you.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Okay. So if he has to sneak his way out of there,
Yeah, I'm hoping if stuff goes south that he has that ability to sneak out, and I
Okay.
may or may not wild shape out or something.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So you guys make your way back down the hallway. You just leave his body there. I imagine. I mean, what the fuck else are you gonna do with it?
Yeah.
So you leave him there.
Hey,
You guys
Tony.
take.
Hey Tony.
Hey,
Tony.
Tony! He kind of like pops out of a hole. Hey. So, but anyways, you guys make your way down the hallway. You get to the back to the grate. And when you guys get back to the grate, you can hear there's still some commotion going on up there, but it doesn't sound like there's anybody in this hallway. So we're gonna make some stealth checks to get up and out, wearing armor, because it'll sound the same too. So,
Well, wait,
that's for
if
Zimbabwe
I create,
only, right?
Yeah,
Because he's.
I guess that's
Mine-
fair. Yeah,
mine-
he's
gonna be
not.
prisoners?
It's just an illusion.
Are we gonna act as prisoners?
Ooh. The old.
Daddy,
Chewbacca.
cuff me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daddy, cuff me.
Chewbacca ploy. That's good.
yeah, we could choose one of the. Yeah, we could choose that half orc if you
Or
want.
Molly.
Half orc? Me?
Yeah, so we go up, we free the half orc, let her come down and escape out the tunnels.
Wouldn't they
Why
already
not?
know that she's a prisoner?
But then
Yeah,
we
they
have
probably wouldn't know we could be prisoners. You could be like, I caught these fuckers infiltrating. We need to put them in the high detention facility, Captain, and then fucking take us to wherever homegirl is, and then bam, we blow up the Death Star. We fucking win the day.
I thought you were gonna say, then boom, clap some cheeks,
Yeah.
roll credits.
I get the girl. We get the money.
I'm cool with that.
Okay. So you guys all make your way up there. You guys take some rope out of somebody's kit and kind of lash.
I got rope.
You guys lash yourselves together, just loosely, nothing like that you can't get out of quickly.
We're all
but just to
sailors,
the
bro. We know how
appearance.
to tie knots.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you guys make your way. You guys make your way up and out of the hole. And yeah, you don't have the sailor background. That's right. But
Little
so
faggot.
damn, bro, you really make a Navy joke now. But anyways, so you guys make your way up and out of the sewers. You guys get into the hallway. Where's the first place you guys are gonna go? You start heading straight there and try to fuck with other people on your way back, or what's the dealio?
I feel like we should probably
Making my way downtown.
Probably report to the captain to keep up the ruse.
Okay. So you guys begin to make your way down the hall, leading your prisoners, and you get down and you follow the instructions. You turn left and you go all the way down, and you don't get super far down this hallway before you see another guard approaching you guys, and he kind of sees you and almost pauses for a second, and then he comes walking up, and then he calls out to you in Elvish. What the hell is going on? Who are these people?
Well, you see, what happened was I heard.
Fuck.
Oh, you see
We're so
what
fucked.
happened was.
Roll deception.
God damn it.
So I
All
just
right.
stabbed him,
I'm gonna
right?
burn inspiration on that.
Fuck.
All right, that's a 3 plus. That's 15. Or no, that's 11. I'm sorry.
11. So he kind of like, he's kind of like, so you say, you see what happened was, or are you going to continue? Was there anything else you were going to say and add to that?
I was gonna say there was some commotion down below in the sewer, and I found these hoodlums sneaking through. I'm not sure what they were doing. All I
I'm-
did was capture them.
I'm going to try and like jostle myself loose from their grips and like say, "Get your fucking elven hands off me."
Okay, roll performance.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn and backhand him.
Fuck
And
Alright.
I'm gonna Wookiee growl.
You put some stank on it?
you. There we go. Yeah. It's a 17 performance.
Nice.
Well,
Alright,
I
so
You Meryl Streep that bitch.
Yeah.
nah, you're good. Yeah, you so you fucking oh shit, what the fuck did I just do? So you you fucking Meryl Streep the fuck out of it, and he turns around and backhands the shit out of you. Actually fucking hurts, and like in your head you're like, bitch. Like,
I
Harder,
messaged him.
Daddy.
I messaged him and I'm like, "Yo,
Harder.
what the fuck?"
yo, what the fuck was that, bro?
I still smell like shit.
Yeah, that's what you get back in reply. I still smell like shit. You and you turn back to him, and he's like doesn't know what to do for a second. He's like kind of stunned by this. He's like, then you see, snaps out of it, and he's like, all right, let's take him to the captain. And he kind of falls in with you guys, and it kind of like he waits for you guys to pass, and he's gonna like bring up the rear with Zimbabwe. And so as you guys go past, he kind of fucking shoves you, Aruk, a little bit, like fucking like as he's going past, he kind of fucking gives you a little chickadee check. He's a little bit bigger than the other elf. So are you gonna try to like give him like fucking, you know what I mean? Like stop him and kind of push it back on him?
I'm gonna chomp my teeth at him and go.
All right, are you gonna contest this, or are you just gonna let him shoulder check you?
No. No, I'm gonna fucking stand stiff, bro.
All right, roll strength.
Oh, bet.
Does one of them hit their head on the doorway? Like the Star Wars
That is a
Oh, yeah.
Stormtrooper hits his head. Yeah.
Yeah.
19. That kind of sucked.
19, you still won though.
Nice.
It's a little stiffer than you thought it was gonna be, but you're still able to like fucking, shoulder check him back, and he kind of fucking grudges out the way, and and that's when he kind of fucking like he barks something in Elvish at you that you don't understand.
I'm gonna
Then
say it to
you
him
basic.
Orcish.
Go
Your
ahead.
mother was a fucking. Your mother's a slut or something. I don't know.
Nice. All right. So you fucking hit him with your fucking Orcish as he says this, and Venkin, you basically you understand it to be essentially like an elven racial slur for orcs. Is basically, and it translates to something like nasty green skin or something like that.
I try to chuckle.
Okay. So you give a little chuckle when he says that, and he kind of fucking like gets to the back and kind of like gives Zimbabwe a look, and Zimbabwe is just like fucking just walk his head straight, you know what I mean? Trying not to be noticed. and you guys begin to make your way down the hall. And you pass by a few more guards who kind of have similar things and similar, like, kind of what the fuck. But as they kind of see you guys, there's now seemingly 3 guards, and they some of them just let you pass. But in one instance, another guard joins the party in the back, or this one's standing up front with you. As you guys are making your way down this hall before you eventually reach the captain's post, where you see this purple cloaked individual that you saw
captain.
before.
Purple
So,
means captain,
or
not
my,
sergeant.
so my bad. My bad.
Okay.
That was my bad. I accidentally started using captain this whole time. That is completely on my. I meant it's the same character that I was talking about when he referred to as sergeant. That was my bad. That was just kind of
Okay,
Freudian
gotcha.
thing. I've been saying captain.
Purple boy.
So yes, the purple guy.
The walking
so,
boss.
Right. So he as you guys kind of approach, you see him. He's standing there talking, giving orders to 2 other guards. With his back to you, and as you begin to approach, the elf to your left calls out, Sergeant, and then kind of fucking goes to, like, attention to, like, fucking salute, and you have to try to, are you just gonna stand there, or are you gonna try to mimic, like, as you kind of look next to him, and are you gonna try to mimic the salute?
Sure.
Or are you just gonna stand there? Okay.
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 Better salute.
Roll performance, yeah.
Thanks. Nat 20.
Nice.
Everyone is immediately impressed by this crispy ass motherfucking salute that Vinkin gives. Everybody's like, "Yo, where the fuck did that come from?"
He's a spy now.
yeah. He's 100% the feds.
Yeah.
So you guys, as he says this, and fucking Vinkin snaps a fucking crispy ass salute, the sergeant turns around and looks at you guys, and then fucking looks around and is like, you see he has his own little bit of like a what the fuck moment as he walks up and he goes, what the fuck is the meaning of this in Elvish?
Well, you see, what happened was there was noise down below my section. I went down to investigate and captured these hoodlums. Not quite sure what their intention was, but here they are.
Officer duty, reporting for duty, sir.
Roll deception.
God damn it. Dude, that's a 3.
As he's like, I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Ooh.
I don't know any good elven names. I'm Molly. Yeah.
Molly.
Molly. So I just started
No,
stabbing.
wait. Do we know Zimbabwe's name? Do we know Zimbabwe's real name?
He said it earlier, didn't he?
Yeah. Just use Zimbabwe's real name.
Fuck, I don't have his name written down. I just have Zimbabwe.
Just have Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Dude, your name is
have his-
Zimbabwe.
New Jim Zimbabwe half elf. That's his full name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Use a variation of Jim.
I can't. I was gonna say Zimbabwe.
You say Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Zimbabwe,
Except
he's
for
like,
this fucking
Zimbabwe the second.
Yeah.
He's like, for a second, he's like, this is like the last shit he expected you to say. And he has a moment of like, before he looks to the guy left him, and this is somebody he was just talking to recently, recognizes his face. And then he turns back to you, you kind of see his eyes begin to turn as he realizes some shit is going on. And
are we gonna fight? Are we fighting, guys?
Pounce
Dominate person. Dominate
I was
person.
gonna say, I'm gonna give you guys one chance to do something before it looks like you guys get the immediate sense that he is very much about to attack you.
I don't.
or at least order his men to.
So I don't have. I have command. We could try that, but I've also got, since I know his name, I've got Rolathim's Psychic Lance. Since I know his name, he gets disadvantage on the saving throw.
Okay.
I was gonna say.
All right. So
John
disadvantage on the saving throw for command.
Intelligence. Yeah, no,
Okay.
no. This is for Psychic Lance. It'll do psychic damage.
Oh, I
Okay.
was
So
gonna say
intelligence
charm
saving
person.
throw.
Yep,
Okay.
You
All
got
right.
that one?
I got it.
Okay.
Yep. All right. That is a 15.
He fails.
All right.
So he
So
is gonna take 7d6 psychic damage and is incapacitated until the start of his next turn. Start of my next turn.
Ooh.
Sorry.
oh shit. Okay.
So
All right.
roll.
We're still gonna have to fight anyways, because once he
Yeah.
goes incapacitated, these people are gonna. Are we like tied up, or are we just like?
Ooh,
big-
no.
No.
Wait. As soon as you fucking like, I see like fucking. Can I like try to break loose and attack him, like, and just like hit him in the head? That way, like maybe
as
we
he
can.
falls.
Yeah, and
Ooh.
we'll just like as he starts to like, as I see like the fucking pain register in his eyes or something before he falls, just get out of my shackles real quick and just fucking deck him.
Make it
That
look
way
like
it makes it
knock
look
him
like
out.
I just
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. I'll say that.
probably the highest HP.
that's 26 damage.
Okay. So 26 damage. Give me just a second here.
Psychic damage.
I'll make
Okay.
a
So
performance
as actually, let's do. Yeah, performance is fine.
Give me 1 second. I gotta look up my performance stat. I've never used it.
It's just charisma, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes, it's charisma.
Yeah. Nobody ever. I don't think anybody really uses it as their first fish.
That was a 16.
16 to hit.
Yep.
Performance.
Oh, 16 performance. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
good. I'll say that's well above average. I'll say that's pretty
Okay.
good. Yeah, so you're able to make it there in time. But you are still gonna have to roll to hit.
Okay, got it. Just an armed attack.
Yep.
Okay. That is going to be a 15.
15.
That kind of sucks. That kind of sucked.
Yeah. Yeah. So the 15 does not hit. But I'll say for the purposes of this, what happens is you kind of misjudge that he's a little closer than you thought, and so you're strong, and so you kind of fucking just put a little too much ass into it, and you don't really connect with the punch, but you take him down, kind of like you
Okay.
crash into him.
Okay.
You crash into him, and you don't. I'll say that you don't go to the ground because of the crash, but because of what's happening to him simultaneously, he crumples. It's almost like you just run up and fucking like almost like off like an offensive lineman and just block this motherfucker to oblivion. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like
That's fine.
so but you kind of run into him and he fucking crumbles and is incapacitated
Well, I mean, I
from the
do
second
have
plant.
I'd say I do have 2 attacks. So
Oh, so yeah, if you wanted to follow that up with like a fucking soccer kick to the head, you're more than welcome.
yeah, sure. Fuck yeah.
Or whatever. I mean,
Oh, that's a 28.
Bro.
yeah, that hits. So yeah, you soccer kick the shit out of his head. So roll damage for that.
That's just 6.
Okay, six bludgeoning damage as you soccer kick the fuck out of his head. I'll say as this happens though, some of the other guards that are around you begin to swarm on you.
That's fine.
There are 3 in your immediate vicinity, and they begin to swarm on you. So before this devolves any further, let's go ahead and get initiative.
19.
19.
8.
That is going to be fucking 22.
Your boy, all right.
I rolled a nat 20, baby. So 26.
Oh shit!
26. Okay, give me a second. I'll get these guys' initiative rolled up real quick. trash
So did that
So
not
if you
work?
and mega
did
trash.
what not work? My
Did it?
performance?
Yeah.
No, it did.
It did.
Oh.
They're just probably
Yeah,
gonna
they're
beat me the
swarming
fuck
him.
up.
Swarming him.
They're just gonna
Yeah, they're
beat
swarming
me
him.
up,
I
and
just
I'm gonna
wanted to get.
fucking fight the shit out of them.
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
just wanted to get you
one-on-one
guys'
combat.
I just wanted to get you guys' initiative so that way when this eventually turns into something, it's ready. So all right, so Aruk, yeah, so there's going to be 3 of them, and they're all going to try to grapple you. So you're going to have to make some strength checks. You're gonna because there's 3 of them. You're going to be at disadvantage, so you're going to make some strength, basically strength saving throws at disadvantage. And I will roll against you. There's going to be 3 of them.
Okay.
So the first one you have to beat is a 17.
Okay. Meets beats.
Okay. So that
Got
one
that on a
stalemates. Then
disadvantage?
this next one is only a 13.
Yep, I got a 19. I rolled a nat 22. Fuck.
Damn. And then finally a 15.
Ooh, 18. And a nat 20 again. Fuck.
Damn.
All right. And 18. Two
Okay.
nat 20s. 3 nat 20s wasted on disadvantage. Fuck.
Yep. So you're able to, like, you guys are like, damn, Aruk about that life, because Aruk goes up, checks the fuck out of this goddamn sergeant, and then these 3 elves jump on him, and he's just like, who the fuck you fucking with? You know what I mean? He's like keeping them at bay, and he's just like, you know, he fucking like shoulder checks one off of him, fucking ducks under another one, and like Aruk's about that life. So
remember that story about the Florida dude that beat off like
I'm
20
Florida
cops?
man.
yeah.
I am Florida man.
Yes, Aruk is Florida man. All
Single-handedly.
Alright, do I get a response? Can I fucking attack these dudes?
I don't know.
absolutely. So,
Got
so
it.
yeah,
Do I have any
you guys,
weapons on me or no? Like, did
Your
we take
weapons are
those and
so
put them somewhere safe? No,
your
I got out
weapons.
of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
actually, I mean, yeah, you guys didn't say anything about you have your weapons on you.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna pull my fucking um my fucking trident off my back and fucking
Okay. All right. So
fucking
real quick, pause for
maybe
just a
stabbing.
second before you do this. The guards that were in the very back, as well as the guard that is next to you, Venkin, are all now look like they're about to rush forward to help the captain or help the sergeant. That's what they're doing. After I get through Eric's retaliation, then I'll kind of get into what I've rolled for their initiative and turn order. I'll let you guys all take an action. But that's just so that way you guys are aware that is what they are now moving towards the fray. Now, Aruk, go ahead and make your attacks.
Okay, so with these attacks, I don't want to try to kill. Okay.
Okay,
So
so
I know that there's
your intent. Right, I understand. I understand your intent.
right. Got it. So I will make 2 attacks. Actually, I'm going to fucking action surge and make 3 attacks against these douchebags.
One against each, then.
Yep. So number 1 is a 20.
Yep, that
Then
hits.
a 30. And then a 31.
Yeah, so they hit.
I plus 12 to hit. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, so they
Yeah.
absolutely hit. So roll some damage.
Okay. 16,
Okay?
10, and 14.
Understood. As you begin to start fucking clobbering the shit out of these guys. I wouldn't say that because you're trying to be less than lethal. You're
Using
not
the back end of my
stabbing them.
trident.
Yeah, you're fucking like just fucking,
I'm just beating.
Yeah.
Well, no,
yeah,
I
you're
was just saying using the back end and like whipping them up in the fucking face. You know?
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. So you're just fucking beating their asses with this motherfucking glaive, or with this motherfucking trident. All right. So going to the initiative order then for actions. Zezel, you come up first, sir.
Alrighty. How close am I
At the end of my
to?
turn, I'm gonna fucking shout prison break.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask, do you guys want to just fight this, or I can like try to make it look like I'm trying to get you guys into a cell and we can go look for
Yeah, we can play this out. You can try to attack me.
like a distraction. Well, I was gonna say I've got 3 or 4 more prisoners that I probably need to get a hold of. Like if I was gonna try and go find them cell space and try to just go find.
Ooh, you could try to sneak off,
Right, that's
and
what
we
I
could
mean.
distract them. Yeah, I'm down with that.
That's a good
Okay,
idea.
so is anybody gonna stay behind to help Aruk, or is Aruk just you're about to leave Aruk to just handle these boys?
I'm about to jab a knife
Well,
in
he's
somebody's
gonna
neck.
get captured regardless. One person versus 2 or 3 might not be.
Oh, me and Aruk got this.
So Zezel,
Harry too.
the captain is gonna stay behind while your captain's gonna sneak out to help Aruk while everybody else tries to continue on past this fracas.
I kind of want to stay and fight too.
Yeah, because he's a prisoner as well.
Yeah.
You can just sneak off in the commotion.
Okay, so you two can break free, and I guess.
The problem is, I'm pretty sure the sergeant has the key. So
That can be Venkin or Captain Zezel's first fucking move.
yeah, I was gonna
Fly
try.
the Hanson keys.
Yeah. Okay. That works.
Can I see the captain?
I mean, Venkin is dressed up as a guard, so he could pretend to be
True.
rushing in with concern to the fucking
Ooh.
sergeant.
Ooh, yeah.
And then-
Yeah.
Okay,
There you
I'll do that.
go. Alright, so in my part of the fray, I'm just gonna jump up and jam my elven dagger into one of the people that are attacking Aruk.
Okay, yeah, since you have an ally within close range, you can absolutely do that. You're gonna guidance him.
I'm gonna guidance
Yeah.
Vinken, yeah.
Okay,
Alright, what am
cool.
I rolling?
So you got guidance. Give me just 1 second. I'll get to yours in just a second. I want to get Zezel's
Okay.
attack out of the way. So Zezel, yeah, you sneak in, you join into this fray, kind of as all this is happening. You join into this fray, and you're gonna go for the throat. I'm assuming with one of your daggers. So.
Yup.
And you have an ally within 5 feet, so you get your sneak attack bonus, and also because you're coming up, into the fight, they didn't know you were going to be part of the fight, so you're getting your sneak attack bonus too.
Sweet. So it's gonna be 22 to hit.
It's 500 damage.
He's got to roll
For real,
those
dude.
dice.
Bro, like, by the time he gets up to like level 15, 16, that's going to be like fucking 7 or 8 d6 on each attack.
Yeah.
For sneak attack. It gets redonkulous. It's a shitload of dice.
So it's gonna be 40 damage if I did the math right.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Jesus.
I rolled pretty good.
So you kill one. You kill the one that Aruk did the most damage to. And you just fucking run up and you're just you just hit the sweet spot in between his armor and it right in and he's done quick. And he just goes down. You fucking and then you just drop back to the ground and you're like, who's next, bitch? I think that's you only get the one attack. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Is there anywhere I can stealth?
Not really in this situation. I mean, I guess you could stealth away from it, but you don't necessarily need stealth to get your sneak attack because you have an ally within 5 feet. So, but that's up to you.
That'd be alright.
Okay. All right. So then that would, according to initiative, that would make it Aruk's turn. But Aruk, I want to pause on you for a second and get these guys. So we'll go next to Perry.
Okay. I'm going to let's see. Is there I want a lightning bolt. Is there a line of them that I can hit without hitting anybody else?
Not really. It's a mess over there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna magic missile one of them. Whoever's the weakest.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you'd be able to see that there's one that's a little smaller that's definitely getting his ass handed to him by Aruk.
Okay. So that is 6, 7, 8, 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
Yep. And then I'm gonna spend 2 sorcery points to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. Alrighty. So then that will make it Venkin, your turn.
Okay, so do I need to roll for these keys?
Yeah, so basically, what you're gonna do is, since you're going up, I'm gonna have you roll investigation to see if you can find the keys on him as you're kind of like checking him out, see if you can. What?
2.
2. Yeah, you don't immediately see where the keys are.
You have guidance.
You don't see them. You have guidance. So, did you already burn your inspiration?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right, you did.
I've earned that one.
Will a 6 do it?
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, it won't. So you don't see the keys.
Bollocks.
How many of them are in here, and how many of them have they already iced?
They've killed one. There's 2 others that are Rooker fighting. There's the sergeant on the ground, and then there's the other 3 that are the other 2. Sorry, that you guys picked up along the way.
And Zimbabwe come in and look for the keys too?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll say, like, kind of Zimbabwe doesn't want to be like left behind. He kind of sees you rush up forward, and he rushes up as well. I'll say, here, let's give old Zimbabwe a fucking nat 20.
Yes, sir. He's in.
Zimbabwe!
He's in. He passed his initiation.
Venkin, you're like, as he just like walks up and key. You're just like, motherfucker. But as this is happening, Perry, it's already been your turn, so he is no longer fully incapacitated. As he's like coming to, and he's like, but he's fucked up, and he's like trying to figure out what is going on. It did quite a bit of damage to him.
Kick in the dome.
Yeah, he also got a swift kick in the dome, so he is fucking not, and his bell is rung. As the 2 guards, as well as you and fucking Zimbabwe, seem to be kind of like trying to like help him up and check on him. But
is it my turn again? Since we skipped me?
Yeah, give me just 1 second.
Okay.
But then one of the other guards, once he sees that there's too many people attending to the sergeant, joins the fray. The one that was standing next to Venkin up front, he joins the fray. So now it is your turn, Aruk. As you see this, after fucking the captain comes up and ices one, another one takes his place. So it is your turn, sir.
All right. I don't want this fucking sergeant getting up. I feel like that would be bad news, so I'm gonna fucking attack the sergeant lethally.
Okay, so you're gonna take 3 opportunity attacks in order to move away to attack him.
I thought I was within 5 feet. I didn't move at all after I tackled him. I just was standing there.
That's fair. No, that's right. Okay, so you turn around and fucking,
and I have 10-foot reach with my fucking weapon. So
that's true. You do. Okay. All right. Yeah. No, that's right. Okay. So you
28 and a fucking 18.
You're gonna double tap him.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 18 does actually, in this condition, yes, the 18 would hit because he would be at fucking a disadvantage because he's fucking mostly incapacitated and still being helped up. So yeah, you're able to double tap him. So go ahead and roll that damage.
2 16s.
Okay, yeah, that's enough to finish him off. You fucking just
stab him.
Just give him 2 fucking quick ones, and the first one kind of digs into like one of the spears digs into like a kind of a weak spot on the side of his breastplate, and then the next one just comes up and it just gets right in between and just fucking right into the throat area, and he's fucking dead as you rip that motherfucker out. All right, so that will then bring it to the guards, and they are going to the 3 that just fucking witnessed you kill the fucking dude are all gonna attack you. Aruk. For a 11 to hit, a 19 to hit,
that hits.
And a nat 1. So one of the ones that you were fucking up pretty good, that's been hit by everybody else, he fucking kind of like, he goes to like get back into the fray, and he didn't realize his bell had been rung a little bit, and he kind of fucking stumbles. One just misses the attack, while the last one actually is able to give you a little bit of damage here, and that is going to be 11 points of slashing damage as he fucking brings the glaive down, and I low rolled like a motherfucker. As he brings the glaive down on you and actually gets a bit of a cut into your upper back.
Okay.
And that is going to Sergeant's dead, so that is going to bring it back around to the captain.
What's happening, Captain?
I think you might be muted.
Nope.
There he goes.
Here I am.
Your turn.
Your turn, sir.
I was reading here. So,
Ah.
if I take... you said previously that the dual wielder feat was the only way that I could attack twice, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
And then you said that we were able to take a feat with the last.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Instead
so
of
you'll get
your,
an attack with 2 weapons.
So then can I revert and take the dual wielder feat since I didn't know about that?
yeah, yeah. Okay, so basically, what did you use those 2 points? Did you level your character up yet?
I only used 1 point.
Oh, you only used 1 point. Well, then you'll have to get rid of that point and see if the dual wielder feat gives you a point to anything, and then put the point into that. But otherwise, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. I won't count it until next game, of course, but
Gotcha. Yeah.
so yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Alrighty. So are you going to?
Shut into the motherfucker.
Yep. Gank him. Bone check, homie.
17 to hit.
17 does not hit, sir.
Well, shit.
As you kind of try to get one of your daggers in between his armor, and but unfortunately you're not successful in being able to get the dagger in between the 2 chinks of armor, and it kind of thwarts you a little bit. All right, so that will then bring it. Unless you'd like to try to do something else, disengage, hide, anything like that.
No.
Okay. All right, so then that'll make it Aruk's turn.
Alright.
So I know
Who's
he
the
just got
dude
to
that
go
fucking-
because we skipped him last time.
Who
Go ahead.
who the fuck was the dude that called me greenskin and shoulder checked me?
That is one of the dudes that is actually helping disguised Venkin and Zimbabwe was helping attend to the dead sergeant.
Oh, he's right there next to me?
Yeah,
I'm ganking that dude.
gotcha. Okay, both attacks on him.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, go for it.
Natural 20 and a 25.
Yeah, that works. That'll do it. So go ahead and double your damage on that nat 20.
So on the first attack, that's going to be 26. On the second attack, that's going to be 16.
Okay, yeah, that finishes him off. As you fucking, yeah, you waste that motherfucker, and all right, that brings it to Perry. Your turn, sir. As Eric gets his fucking comeuppance for old fucking snotty boy.
Mm-hmm.
You are muted, sir.
All right, I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray
Nice.
on I don't know, whoever's closest.
Okay, I gotcha. Probably. So you just seen Aruk kill those two. So it'd probably be one of the ones that's at Aruk's back, and so you just kind of point out and cast Scorching Ray. Is that a saving throw or is that an attack? Spell attack.
It's an attack.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an attack. That's going to be a 16 plus 8, 24.
That hits.
That's going to be
10 fire damage.
3 rays of fire, so for 10 damage.
Okay, yeah, so you fucking extend your hand and blast this motherfucker. With Scorching Ray, does that catch things on fire? I mean, if it is fire damage, I think it might. Doesn't specify. Okay, so at this, his cloak becomes lit with flame. As he is looking pretty bad, and now is no longer focused on the fight, now trying to put his cloak out, giving him disadvantage. All right, so that will then. Is there anything else you do in your turn, sir?
Yeah, gonna burn a couple more sorcery points and firebolt his ass too.
Gotcha. Okay.
Where is my firebolt? Am I tripping? Yes. Okay. That's a.
Heal firebolt.
I think I'm gonna miss. That's a 14.
Yeah, that misses. So yeah, as you kind of as he's kind of moving around, you cast it again. You cast the firebolt, and it kind of just glances, just missing him, and harmlessly into the wall behind him. But he is going to be on. He is still on fire. So that will then make it Venkin's turn.
All right, so how many of these people are up, and is there more coming?
As of right now, this fracas going on. You don't hear any more reinforcements. Any more reinforcements coming. However, there are one's on fire. And then there are 2 more after that. So there's 3 left. 1 is on fire and 2 are fighting Aruk. And it's just now you and Zimbabwe with the dead sergeant kind of sitting there with the key.
All right, so
I feel like you need to act like you're gonna run and go call for help.
yeah, there we go. I guess we'll do that. I just couldn't decide if I was doing the just jump in now. There's no point in faking if nobody's alive to see it. So yeah, I'll do that, and I'll yell at Zimbabwe to get the prisoners that are still tied up, and he has control over, which I guess would only be Molly at this point.
Yeah, basically Molly.
Yeah.
She's just kind of standing there like, fuck.
Since you're the prisoner, while I
And Calico
go get
Jack, yeah.
Jack, right?
Yeah. While I go get reinforcements.
Okay. All right,
And,
yeah, so he kind of does that.
Yeah, we'll clear the corner together, and I guess we'll start looking for Molly's mom.
Okay, so while the fight is going on, I'll say that you guys kind of grab the other prisoners and try to drag them out of the way while those 2 try to handle those 3, or those, 3 try to handle those 3. And you guys get around the corner and then going down this hallway that the elf you that interrogated spoke of. And you guys make it down. As you make it down, like you said, all the way to the end of the hallway on the left. And when you get down there, you see, when you look into the hallway, you see an elven woman dressed in fine white and silver, and leather, like almost like light armor. And she is it's definitely kind of seen better days. You can tell she's probably been wearing it for quite a while. Her face is a little bit dirty, but she has long, like silver hair, and extremely bright, piercing eyes, staring daggers at you. And she's got one hand suspended above her that is encapsulated. Her right hand is encapsulated in a box, and that box is chained to the ceiling. And that box, you can immediately tell as a magical practitioner, is emanating a magical presence. Like there's definitely magic coming from that box. It is immediately apparent as her arm is upstretched above her head like this, locked into this box.
Does the key work on the box?
So you go to approach the. Are you gonna try to go? Like she's still in the cell. You haven't even gotten into the cell yet.
Oh yeah, I'll unlock the cell and I'll make sure
Okay.
Molly's within sight.
So as you kind of approach, as you go to unlock the cell, as you're remember you're still have the appearance of an elven guard,
Right. Yeah.
and she immediately like she looks like she's gonna like you don't know what she might fucking kick you, she might try to bite you. She looks like she's about ready to fight you, as much as she possibly can in her state. But then as you unlock the door and open it, Molly pushes past you. And as soon as like she sees her daughter, she like immediately her like recognition, and then there's like this really like sad moment where they're like just crying and hugging each other, and like not like pretty elven crying, like fucking ugly crying, you know what I mean? And it's just like this really moment where you're just like where you kind of hits you like fuck man, and it even might make you think about some of your own family for a minute, as she kind of then looks back to you, and so you see Calico Jack just kind of like chilling there. Maybe he's got a flask this whole time. He's just been sipping, sipping from, and he's just even Calico Jack is just kind of like you can see his eyes are far away, and you guys just kind of left there in that moment. And after some time passes, you kind of see. Actually, we're gonna pause it there and go back to the fray. Um, Back to Aruk and Perry and the captain. You guys are still engaged in some combat with these other three guards. Um, I believe, so since it was Venkin's turn, next up is going to be the guards. So we'll return to the guards trying to. One guard is going to just trying to put out his fucking cape, is on fire, and he is not very successful. The next guard is going to try to attack you, Perry, and that is only going to be a 13 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay. And then finally, the last one's going to attack you, Aruk, and that is a fucking 7 to hit. So they do not hit, bringing it back around to Captain Zezel. It is your turn.
Alrighty, the old shankety shank.
Tried and true.
Give it to him.
25 this time.
Yep, that does it. Yeah, so the last time you just weren't able to get past the armor, you're like, okay, yeah, I see that now. He moved a little bit, you kind of see how it works, and this time you're able to fucking nail him. Roll damage.
$28 points of damage.
Okay. So this is the one that has already been attacked before, and you fucking this is the one that tried to attack Perry. Well, unless you are you gonna try to stab the one that was on fire? That's up to you. The one that was attacking Perry or the one that was on fire?
The one that was attacking Perry.
Okay, so you get him really good, but it doesn't quite end him as he kind of flinches with the pain of feeling the blade sink deep into his ribs, and being ripped out. But he is not quite dead yet, but looking very, very, very bad. It is. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, sir?
That'll be it.
Okay. All right. Well, that will make it Aruk's turn.
All right. I'm gonna fucking take some fucking stabs at these two, at this dude. Actually, I'll give one to each.
Okay, one to each.
27 and an 18.
The 18 does not hit, but the 27 hits. So is that the one that was attacking Perry, or the one that was attacking you, or the one that was on fire? They're all three within your range.
Fuck it. I'm gonna go for the one that was the two healthier ones. So I guess I'll go for the one that was attacking me.
Okay, yeah. So you fucking first one, you fucking gank his ass. Go ahead and roll damage.
Only 10. 10.
10 damage. All right. So, give me just 1 second here. Do some math. All right. So, that will bring it around to, if there's nothing else you can do on your turn, sir, that will make it parry.
Right. The one that Captain stabbed, I'm going to magic missile. See if I can finish
Okay.
him off. Where did my d4s go?
For the pointy ones.
6, 7. That's 10 damage.
10 damage, that will do it. As some long dick dolphins come out of your outstretched hand and fucking smote this motherfucker. And he is now dead.
Cool. I'm gonna burn some more sorcery points. The rest of them.
Yeah.
And firebolt the one that's on fire.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's a 17 plus 8, I think, to hit.
That hits.
Yeah, plus 8. So I think firebolt is what? D10, 2d10. 1, 2. It's 7 fire damage.
7 fire damage as you light him on fire, can actually more than he already was. Whatever success he had is now completely undone as he's lit on fire even more so once again. And though he is now very, very badly burned and looking very close to death, he is not quite dead yet. And is that your turn, sir?
Yeah, I think so. All I can do really is move now, so no.
Okay, so we're gonna leave Venkin, and you guys. We're gonna leave you guys where you guys are at for a minute, and then continue on. That'll bring it around to the guard that's on fire, and the one that Aruk is currently engaged with. The one that is on fire will attempt to put himself out, and once again fail, as he is now almost entirely engulfed in flames. And the other one is going to attack Aruk with a 21 to hit. So that is going to hit, and he is going to... Where the hell did my dice go? Where's the other one? I know I just had you 5 seconds ago. There you are. That is going to be 19 points of slashing damage as he's able to get quite the good hit on you.
That does hurt.
Get quite the good hit on you.
Ouchie.
So that will then bring it back around to the captain.
Alrighty, who's left?
The one that just fucked Aruk up a little bit, and then the one that's on fire.
Okay, I'll attack the one that just fucked Rook up a little bit.
Okay.
21 to hit.
That hits.
$29 points of damage.
Yeah, you're able to finish this one off. As you fucking climb up on his back and fucking slit this one's throat. That leaves only the one that is on fire. And makes it Aruk's turn. Aruk, as you see the captain slash this last motherfucker that just cut you up's throat.
Alright, I'm gonna stab the dude that's on fire twice.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your attacks.
So 19.
Hits.
And a 19.
A hit. Alright, so let's go ahead and roll that damage. Actually, to be honest with you, you don't need it.
14.
He doesn't have much health left. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
14,
yeah. He only had 4 hit points left. So you fucking waste this motherfucker. And you guys are out of combat. However, there's still the smoldering corpse, the flaming corpse of this elf that is laying on the ground. Though he doesn't have much flammable about him left, so the fire will die out soon. Now, I imagine the rest of the party will then quickly follow to Venkin. You guys.
I actually want to go in the sergeant's office and fucking because we're right by it, right?
Yeah, so I'll let you do that here in just a moment. But I got to call it to a close here in a second.
Yeah.
So you guys make your way down the hallway, and you guys kind of stumble on this scene. You see Venkin and Calico Jack and Zimbabwe standing outside of the cell with the cell door open, and you see Molly and who appears to be Althea embracing. You see her kind of hugging her with one arm as one arm is caged above her head, kind of suspended there. And you just kind of it's just got you kind of walk in from this weird thing where you have to transition from like you're like still heavy breathing from the exertion of a fight, and then kind of walk into this like surreal moment that kind of brings you into it, and you guys are just left there. And I think that is probably a good place to call it. I will say, Aruk, if you want to stick around for a second, you can search that room. That's totally fine. But anybody that has to go, I understand. But Aruk, you can go ahead and search that if you like. Just go ahead and roll investigation for me.
What are we gonna get for XP?
Okay.
If you need to go, I can drop it in the chat, but it's going to be quite a bit.
Cool. All right.
I'll have to do a calculation.
I gotta bounce.
Okay. Alrighty.
22.
22. Okay, yeah, we'll go over that here in a second. Yeah, but everybody good for next weekend?
Yeah.
How about we pick up the searching of the room on the next session, bro?
You sure?
You already rolled.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Good.
Okay, well we'll save it. It's recorded for posterity. You rolled a 22. I'll write that down. Farouk, 22 investigation. So, yeah, we'll just pick that up next session. Like I said, guys, we'll